Squeaky's on the windowsill, king of the throne. Charlie's got a feather toy, she's in her zone. Doobie's in the kitchen, knocking stuff down. 3 cats ruling this crazy little town.
Hi guys! Sorry I didn't do much of a video today. I mean, I'm making up for it, but it's an evening video, not a morning video, because I was visiting. My mom and dad came and got me, and we went to Petoskey, and I was visiting with 2 of my nieces, the one that lives there, and her son, and the one from different state, Louisiana, and her son and daughter. So I actually got to have an outing, but I didn't take very much video. I did take a car ride video from Pellston to my house, so that you could see that there is nothing. And that is nothing in between there and here and there. But that's about all I did, because they're rightfully so very private about their children. So sorry, Doobie's picking on Squeaky again. Charlie's doing the same dang thing with her third eyelids as Squeaky did before he got sick. And today before I left, she was very cuddly. So somewhere, some sort of cat flu came in, and it may have been the kitten. But Squeaky pulled through, and if Charlie gets sick, I'm not going to freak out like I did with Squeaky, because Squeaky's old. But I'm pretty sure she'll pull through too. She'll just be sick for a while. And yes, I will still worry about her. She is my babies. She's my puppies. You've seen her all over me. So, anyway, yeah, I went visiting. And I don't pull my phone out when I'm visiting with people. I'm practice what I preach. Presence is presence. I did come home for dinner. I got my groceries delivered this morning, and I was so tired of beans it wasn't even funny. So Auntie bought some knockoff Doritos, and I'm having them. I don't have to cook them, and they're not beans. I'm not tired of beans. You know I love them, and I will eat them probably forever. I was just tired of them at the moment. I wanted a different flavor. I didn't have any, and it'd been only like 2 or 3 days, but it was still that one pot of beans. I ran out of all my spices, all this, all that, and I was like, this is just, I mean, I have to eat it because I'm hungry, but I want something. I want something else. So I got my usual vegetables, cut onions, cut frozen onions, frozen onion and pepper blend. What is it? Green beans, peas, carrots, and corn blend. 4 bags of that. Some more beans. Split pea soup, to be specific, because I really like that. Split pea soup, chili, and Venus tacos. Always got me out of a rut. Venus tacos. That sounds perverted. Nikki, that was later on in life. But split pea soup and chili. Always. I did get to be able to get meat. At Walmart, they sell this turkey meat. It's ground turkey sausage. For like basically $2 a little roll, a roll of it, and then for $3 you get their brand of breakfast sausage. Now, I'm not picky about what meat goes into what food. It's ground meat. It can go in spaghetti, and it's got all the spices in it. Why not? But I got the more expensive sausage. More expensive because, it's pork. Mix in with the turkey. Because when I did it last time, when Dad gave me the two to try, it was like, you know how, if you eat canned meals like Chef Boyardee and that mystery meat that's in there, I almost guarantee you it's chicken or turkey. Because that's what it tasted like. Matter of fact, I think the can says chicken or something. So, a little bit of cheese. Little bit of cheese. I can't handle a lot of cheese this time of year. My stomach doesn't handle food very well in the heat as I'm eating these. My body does crave salt during hot days. It was 85 Fahrenheit. If you do Celsius, that would be 30 Celsius. It was hot. So I did promise you I was going to go out and take a walk out there with the full gear on, but I was busy elsewhere enjoying my family. my niece Megan and I, we talked about it. We're both totally different people than we were, but we used to clash. I never, ever, ever, ever didn't like her, or no, didn't love her. There were a lot of times I didn't like her, and I didn't know, and I told her that too, and I didn't know how to act around her because she would just like, I would tell her the sky was blue, and she said, no, it is not, it is green, and you are going to, I'd be like, well then, and this little kid's telling me all this, and I'm like, so, we clashed, but we also had different disorders going on, and we just got to have a grown-up conversation about it and say, we're okay now. I would love a cup of coffee. Not right now. Those. I was eating some of them, but whatever. And her son and my two grandnephews got along very great. It's weird because I'm used to saying my grandnephew. Those are both my grandnephew, and her daughter is my grandniece. So, but I don't get to see them often. Again, they live in Louisiana. They live far away. I think, what is today, Tuesday? Ooh, I gotta get the trash out to the curb tomorrow morning. Oh, TikTok. I think on Friday, my sister Rivka's coming through. And I will probably do a bike ride then. I don't have it anymore. I used to have a harness that I wore that I made for my phone. But I'll try to video the bike ride for you so you can see. I might just do what I'm doing with this clip to my house from Palestine and put music on it. I could do a hyperlapse. That'd be funny. Because as it is on the bike, it takes me about 20 minutes. 3 miles, 20 minutes. But that would be funny. And you ride really, really, really fast. But then you miss so much. And the point to taking a video like that is to to see what's going on. Not me. Have you see what's out there? Because you know what? Some people some people don't get to go out as much as I get to go out, and I don't get to go out that often at all. Some people don't get to get out at all. And I have to keep that in my mind that, when I was just staying in the house and not doing anything at all, it really helped me to see tours of where these other people were going. So I have to keep that in my mind. Every time, and I don't know if it's supernatural or what, every time I go past this 1 mile marker, though, my video screws up. I'm always like, look at this mile marker. I love this place. I la. Video screws up. Sound screws up. Something screws up, and I'm like, I want to show these people this. Apparently, that spot doesn't want to be seen. Is it mile marker 446? Well, those used to be railroad tracks, and it's this stone, and it has the numbers 446 painted on it in black, faded, and it was for the trains. So the starting point that I started taking the clip for today is right next to the Family Dollar that I go to. So you'll see on my left the bike trail, and it goes past the airport and all that other stuff. Now I would have videoed more of the car ride, but my dad, to show you around and let you see that, like you saw, that there's nothing but car rides in my future around. But my dad went here and he went there and he went another place. What it is he was trying to avoid construction. They've got the road ripped up in between here and where we wanted to go, so he took his own detours and took his own sweet time. So I thought he was going to go right past Pam's dad's house, so I was going to take her a video and send it to her, but he's like, nope. And then we ended up down the road, and I don't know, he turned somewhere. The road ended. It was done. So I unpaused you to say something, and I forgot what I was going to say to you. It was such a nice visit. Her kids are sweethearts. Now, I didn't really get to know them because they moved out of state when the kids were basically babies. And even if they lived downstate, I couldn't get to them all the time to be part of their lives like I would have liked to have. And I have two other grandnieces and a grandnephew that live downstate, and I don't know them very well. They're my nephew's kids. I don't know them very well because I can't get down. That's 5 hours on a car ride. It takes 10 hours by bus to get down there. Because you gotta stop here and you gotta stop there. This guy's got a whiz. That guy's gotta have a coffee. That one's gotta have a cigarette. This whatever. So it takes 10 hours to get down there by bus, but 5 hours to get down there by car. So you just get a video of me laying in bed eating chips. Again, how often do you see me eating chips? Not often at all. Not often at all, because chips and candy bars and stuff like that are for when I get my food money. And I will get a bag of chips, a candy bar, and maybe a soda. And then I'm done with all of that for the rest of the month. It's satisfied me. I'm basically fool's rich that day. So we get a little bit of junk food. Oh yeah, and I had a frozen. I didn't eat it yet because it's too hot to cook it. But I have a frozen pizza, a small little frozen pizza. But like I said, when it's shopping day, junk food comes out. I walk in that door and that little 5-year-old boy runs up to me, Auntie! And the other kids are looking at him like, what? What is... Man, they don't know me. But her boy, oh, he listened to me so well, and he was such a sweet, and he got a hug. He gave me a hug. Her girl isn't so much social. She'd rather play, what was she playing? That building game with the blocks. It's so popular. Minecraft. She's playing Minecraft. What is... Is she 8? No, she can't be 8. She doesn't look old enough to be 8. Maybe 6? I don't know. But so she had her head in the Minecraft. She was adulting. So I did tell her I was happy to see her and that I loved her and thank you for being there. And I told my niece, I said, this person you see today, this is what I wish I could have been for you guys. My niece and my two nieces and my 2 nephews. And any other kid that I traumatized when they were little. And they are now adults or close to. Because my bipolar, I was diagnosed with bipolar. Doesn't mean I have that bipolar. Like I've stated before, I think that a lot of my mental issues and a lot of my diagnoses were superimposed on me because somebody else got diagnosed and had to point the finger at me. Once I got control over myself, my life, and got her out, I'm a totally different person. Just needed that woman out of my life. The sibling. I don't regret what I've ever done to any adult. Because they probably deserved it. I am one of those people that are like, the attitude you show me is the attitude you're getting back. So if you think I'm being a butt to you, check yourself. Even way back then, I was a jerk. I was a bigger jerk to the jerks. I was a tiny little jerk to the people I liked. But I was a giant jerk to the ones that I didn't like. And they knew I didn't like them. I'd let them know I didn't like them. Oh, guys. But now, you treat me decent, I'm going to treat you decent. You treat me like a pile of leaves on the ground, I'm going to treat you the same way. And kick you down, too. You deserve what you give. I mean, I guess I've said that a lot of times before, so I just repeated myself. I'm tired. I am tired. Them boys are both like 40 pounds, and there's this caterpillar tunnel in their house, and they were both on one end of the thing, and I asked them to move it, and they wouldn't. 4 and 5-year-old kids, of course they're not going to move it. They're having fun where they are. So Aunt T says, you better move it or I'm going to move it. And I heard giggles from both ends. I picked the thing up and I gave it a little bit of a swing back and forth, and then I put them back down where I wanted them to be. They thought that was fun. So they individually asked, Auntie, can you do that for me? So I did it once each because I told them, my arms hurt. I said, I'm old. My arms hurt. That's 80 pounds, kids. My dad did it too. They thought it was fun. So anyway, just finished my last one. I'm not eating any more of those. About half a bag left. So anyway, that's what I did today. I'm probably going to have this as a short video just because hot, I'm tired, and I just wanted to check in with you because I promised you a video today and it didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. So I'm going to get on off of here and probably take a nap. So you have a good evening. I'll see you later. Bye.